west fold of Rohan has great importance to the defense of Rohan. It must be protected. Isengard, an ancient fortress of Gondor. It was entrusted to the wizard Saruman, who betrayed that trust and joined the enemy. Helm's Deep, ancient fort and refuge, has sheltered the people of Rohan against countless enemies. Dunharrow has long been a great refuge and rallying point for the Rohirrim. Fangorn, the most ancient forest of Middle-earth, is the last home of the Ents, shepherds of the trees. On the eaves of Fangorn, the great plains of Rohan meet the ancient wooded home of the Ents. The mines of Moria, once proud city of the dwarves, its ruined halls are now infested with vile goblins. Rohan lies at the center of Middle-earth. These horselands have long been the site of war and conflict, but its people now seek peace and freedom. Firion is a fertile forest that marks the border between the lands of Rohan and Gondor. This land is rich in resources. West Emnet, the greatest region of Rohan, where lie the largest cities and fortifications of the Riddermark. Should these cities fall, their people will become refugees. Wold is the northernmost land of Rohan. For ages it has been a quiet and desolate place. The elven city of Lothlorien has long been a land of peace and beauty. It is now threatened by the forces of Sauron. The east fold of Rohan is controlled by Eomer, the third marshal of the Riddermark in the king's name. His lands must not fall into darkness. The eastern border of Rohan's lands is a fertile grassland with bountiful farms. East Emnet, the rolling grasslands where the hardiest of Rohan's men live a nomadic life. They will fight to the death for their homeland. Mirkwood has long been home to the elven people. Anorion, the land at the foot of the White Mountains, has long been under the benevolent rule of Minas Tirith. At the mouths of the Entwash, the rivers Anduin and Entwash meet, thus creating a marshland of nearly 100 miles. 100 miles. Emin Muil, a labyrinth of sharp rocks and steep hills, was long ago the northern border of Gondor's lands. The Druiden Forest. This old wood lies at the foot of one of Gondor's beaconed hills. The dead marshes are haunted still by those who fell during the War of the Last Alliance. It is a dangerous place for all men. Minas Tirith, the home of Gondor's throne, is the last hope of men to stand against the darkness of Sauron. Caer Andros was a key strategic foothold for the people of Gondor. From this island fortress, they guarded the fords of the Great River. Harandor has long been a land of war. The people of Gondor have clashed with the corsairs of Umbar and the Haradrim over these lands. Dagorland. On this battle plain ages ago, the forces of the Last Alliance broke Sauron's armies and drove them back to the very slopes of Mount Doom. Emin Arnen's rolling hills provide a view across the Anduin and on to the white city of Minas Tirith, a strategic vantage point in Gondor for any who reside there. Southern Ithilien lies in a tumultuous region, bordering the lands of the Harad. Osgiliath, once the jewel of Gondor, is now but another battlefield in the war between shadow and light. Northern Ithilien is a dense wooded land of Gondor, now ruled by Sauron. A valiant few still patrol this region, hoping to one day reclaim it for Gondor. The crossroads were once heavily traveled through Gondor. They now lie broken and empty, under the rule of Mordor. Central Ithilien was once a peaceful region of Gondor. It was abandoned when the lands of Osgiliath fell to Sauron's armies. Frodo Baggins has been lost in the lair of Shelob. His loyal friend Samwise Gamgee must find him if they are to continue their journey and free Middle-earth from the dominion of Sauron. The black gates of Mordor are guarded by Sauron's warriors. None may pass who oppose their dark master. Near Harad, land of the Haradrim, is a mysterious, exotic realm, where men have long feared to tread. Nirn is a dark land inhabited by Sauron's slaves. They labor endlessly by the Sea of Nirnen, gathering resources for the Dark Lord's forces. Rhûn is a land rarely traveled by men. It is home to the soldiers of Rhûn and others who follow Sauron against the valiant men of Gondor.